What is this plague?
We're not quite sure. For as long as I can remember, people have been falling prey to a mysterious sickness. We just call it the plague, for lack of a better term. When someone contracts it, he dies days later. There is no cure. There doesn't seem to be any cause. It's not contagious in the usual sense. It strikes randomly. All of our efforts to learn more about it have proved futile. The plague has decimated our population. The dead far outnumber the living. Even if our world wasn't threatened by the imminent collapse of the Colossus, I question how long the plague will let us all live.
I've been to your home. I followed your directions here.
You followed my directions here? I'm glad that my journal served some purpose. If it helped to save one life, it was worth leaving behind.
Prince Edmund has told me quite a bit about you.
The prince is a good lad. A trifle young to be sure, but holding up remarkably well under the strain of leadership. The loss of his father has been hard on him. He wasn't meant to assume the crown for years to come. My thanks for your part in bringing him home.
I'd like to talk about something else.
Certainly.
What are you reading?
This is just one of my own books on magic. I'm trying to master one of the lost arts. Illusion. I'm so close to the spell that I can taste it. A breakthrough last night has placed it just within reach.
What was this breakthrough?
I've been trying to construct the spell by taking a back route. I reasoned that if I discovered how to break an illusion, I might be able to build one. Last night, I happened upon the correct rune structure to unravel an illusion. Using this as a foundation, I should be able to construct the Create Illusion spell.
How long will it take to work out the new spell?
Only a couple of years. This breakthrough has shaved decades off my research.
A couple of years? How long do you expect to be around?
Oh, you're right. Sometimes I get too involved in my own work. With the Colossus corrupted, none of us will live out the year. But there's no use in wallowing in despair. I might as well continue, since it keeps me from dwelling on our fate.
What exactly is an illusion?
An illusion is a powerful spell speaking directly to the brain of higher life forms. The spell tricks the mind into viewing reality a certain way. An ancient adept at using the spell could create an illusionary cell around you. No bars or walls would actually exist, but your brain would tell you that they did. To make matters worse, it wouldn't matter if he told you that the cell was illusory. The spell convinces your senses, all of your senses, that the cell is there. Your hand wouldn't be able to pass through the bars, whether you believed in them or not. Like I said, the spell speaks directly to the brains of higher creatures. Lower animals like that dog following you around wouldn't be affected, but for the purposes of the ancient magi, that was enough. Do you see why it is so hard to identify an illusion? When all of your senses are telling you that something exists, there's no reason for doubt. You can't go around suspecting everything, and even if you did, your suspicions wouldn't have any impact on the illusion.
Create an illusion? That's easy. I've been able to do that since I was a kid.
Well then, I might as well put a halt to my research right now. I'll leave the teaching of my apprentices to you, and I'll resurrect myself since my life's purpose is over. Thank you for the insight. Yes, what is it now?
You're just 1 foot out of the grave, aren't you?
I'm more powerful than I might appear, my young friend. With age comes wisdom.
What are those guys yelling about in the corner?
They're playing Rune Bone. It's some type of gambling game, I believe, very popular with the working class. Since there's not much to do here, they play it constantly. It's very distracting.
So this is home, eh? Nice decor.
There are worse places to live. As you know, Abarak is filled with warrens and tunnels. Most of them are larger, considerably more comfortable to live in. We constructed our city in one of those. These tunnels, although spacious enough to contain everyone from Celestia, are cramped, located too close to the lava of the fire sea, and have only one small, clean spring, providing scarcely enough water to sustain such a population for very long. Its only advantage is that the cavern is hidden. The entrance is nearly impossible to find along the extensive coast of the fire sea. It provides a perfect place to hide, which is exactly what we are doing.
Who are you hiding from?
From Clytus's forces, of course. If they found out where we were, they'd attack instantly. We'd be boxed in, trapped. We wouldn't last a day.
What are you reading?
This is just one of my own books on magic.
Why do you call them lost arts?
That's the frustrating part of this research. All of the magic arts that I've been uncovering were once known and practiced by the ancients. I'm walking over already trod ground. If only more of the texts had survived, I could simply read about these spells instead of having to reconstruct them from sketchy, half-destroyed notes.
Can I see your book?
I'm afraid not. I only lend my books to colleagues and apprentices. You know how valuable they are? Each contains a vital piece of information. Damage to even one of them could delay or completely halt my research.
Where are the rest of your books? I heard you have a whole library.
They are safe, buried in a secluded spot. I keep them guarded at all times. They are invaluable, and I won't risk damaging them.
You might want to get some exercise. Sitting there reading won't put meat on those bones.
I have just enough meat on my bones, thank you. Reading is what I enjoy, and in doing so, I have outlived all of my contemporaries. I wouldn't be surprised if I outlive you.
Can you teach me any spells?
I'm afraid not. It takes a good deal of time to teach these arts to a novice. What's more, as a rule, I only teach my apprentices.
Never mind. Let's talk about something else.
Certainly.
Thank you for your help. Perhaps we'll speak later.
As you wish. Yes, what is it now?
Have you noticed anything unusual about that cave wall to the east?
Unusual? No, it's just a cave wall, one of many, actually. Why?
What would you say if I told you that it was an illusion?
I'd say, how can you possibly know that? Your brain can't distinguish reality from illusion. You are a higher life form, aren't you? That's just an assumption, mind you.
I've looked at it through the dog's eyes and it's not there. What do you think that means?
You mean you possessed the dog and he didn't see it? Yes, that would follow. The spell does not communicate with the lower life forms, and by possessing the body of such a form, you would bypass the magic of the illusion. You say it was the east wall. It's an illusion. Imagine. I've been sitting this close to an illusion every day, eager for a chance to test my unravel illusion spell. I'll try it now. It worked! It worked! This is exactly what my research needed. Now that I know the Unravel Illusion spell is correct, It won't take long to finish the Create Illusion spell. Yes, what is it now?
Thank you for your help. Perhaps we'll speak later.
As you wish.
That was my luckiest throw of the night, and I owe it all to you.